We need to get the ash thing, and we need to uncover the river mystery. Alright, so that bar up there is me sprinting. Seems to have been sealed. Here's the blue rock. Blue stone, this is it. Dig up the ash armor now? No, we're gonna wait so I can make a save. And then we're gonna try to farm the right ash armor. Maybe it's always the same. Last time I got an overload. Suddenly a large group of bandits surround you and your men. Hey friend, what are you holding there? Oh, such beautiful armor. Such beautiful profits. This is the legendary ash armor. It's excellent handicraft, like something left over from the Machina age. I'm glad it didn't fall into the hands of those bandits. Mystic ash armor. Burning aura. That sounds pretty cool. How much damage does that do? Burn nearby enemy. Oh, that's not helpful at all. Let's try that mission again. Try to get a good ash armor. Oh, I got a green. Getting green. I was better off holding on to the orange ones then. Explains why I don't remember this being a very good armor. I must have gotten green that time. Since I know it can drop orange, or try to farm a good orange. Right, let's see what we got here. I have no idea what this does. No, I'm gonna keep loading. So I got some really good armor. I've got some talent points to spend. We'll get hyperspeed, which is not something I actually care much about right now, but that's going to lead me towards horsemanship, which will give me a little bit more speed. Actually, there we go. Hyperspeed and march. That's the one I was looking for. And then this hyperspeed, and we'll go to horsemanship afterwards. All this stuff will allow me to move fast on the world map. I don't care too much about battle speed. It does make me a little faster, but probably not as fast as marching speed. So the reason why we're over here and we saved the ash armor for this time period is because we have to check these 3 clues or just check the right clue. And this is where it takes place. Try over here. Sure. Aleda closes her eyes, mutters an incantation. Eyes wide in surprise. Did you find something? I can feel it. It's very powerful. Just as you are at the end of your wits, you hear Aleda gasp. What happened? You ask. Aleda takes a deep breath and turns to you. They found us. There's no fear or nervousness in Aleda's expression, only a sense of utter calm. They've opened the door. It's like they're welcoming us in. You're not sure what's going on. Why would the Ifrit Voidmaster make you search for the entrance if he's welcoming you? Feels like you're being played, and you do not like it. We should be able to find the place easily by following his directions. We'll set off when you're ready. Go right away, because we only have 12 days left to complete the main quest. Now, I don't think I'll be able to do it. But we will still complete the main quest. I just don't think I'll be able to complete it within that time frame. Are you ready to head to the Ifrit camp? Let's go. You've never been to this place before. Sanguinal lines that get round like fine carpet, the mark of Ifrit presence. The dark-skinned creatures with a crown of flame on their heads gather to watch you in silence. You feel yourself stand out in the sea of red and black. Slightly hunched Ifrit walks towards you and nods at you. He's leading the way. The hunched Ifrit does not seem to have heard. He stands in his place. In the Ifrit language, we know. The hunched Ifrit looks up at Aleda with a surprised expression. He bows a few times and retreats back into the crowd. Why is he welcoming us now after tricking us before? Maybe he has a new plot. We're in a position of absolute weakness until we show our chips. No one gives up a victory that they're inches away from. This could very well be drawing us into a plot. I hope that the chips I have will change his mind. If you talk to this guy, he'll give you you can find a consumable water, but I don't actually know what it does, if it does anything. Grow up, grow up. You're watering a flower. What are you, a female? Shh, there are humans about. Those lowly creatures don't know our language. I wish I could just crush them like a bug. By the way, why are there no women or children here? As you can see, I haven't been here for very long. The war does not need them. That's true, they can't help. No, what I mean is, they must stay behind. We must save the seeds and the gardeners. Honestly, this feels unfair. We're putting our lives on the line. The humans send their young and females into battle. Why can't us? We are hoers, and now we fight for the land that we hoe. This land once belonged to both Ifrit and humans, but the Ifrit have left it for too long. Now the humans will not give up the land that feeds them without a fight. As a hoer, my dream is simple. I dream of a piece of fertile land where our seeds can take root and grow. We must protect the seeds, for without them, there will be no hope. That's what you think. I came to fight. Let those ugly humans beg for mercy as they die in pain. But you've given me an idea. Maybe burning the seeds of human will bring even greater despair. Thank you, my friend. Even the most humble whorer will lift their hose and fight, in order to protect their seeds. You walk away. I don't know if that clear water does anything, but you can use it. There are many like us. Of course there are. This world belongs to us, the Ifrit. I mean, the world needs this sort of tall and short, fat and thin pairings. Of course, otherwise who would remember us and even talk to us? Someone is talking to us? Of course. Oh, someone is talking to us. Quick, look intimidating. Ha! Ifrit intimidatingness! They bare their teeth at you. You do not know why Aleda translated their words for you. You've made it. Did we keep you waiting? I've been waiting since our last parting. You are too obstinate to be trapped in that place. I come in peace, as I did last time. Ha! And tried to take me down with another incantation of obliteration? There was somebody else trying to sabotage our negotiations. Why should I believe you, Princess Aleda? I swear, in the name of my blood. Ha! The blood of the river goddess, which I detest above all. The blood steeped in falsehood and treachery. Why would I trust you? Aloysius. The Ifrit Voidmaster grows solemn. You saw him. In the abandoned world, he said, peace is the one thing that those who stay behind wish for. Oh, Aloysius, what a coward you are. Your people would shed your own kind's blood for an inch of land. Who are you to speak of peace? In the east, beyond the Ilias Mountains, is a land rich in magic. Perfect place for the Ifrit. There you will no longer need to feed on human wizards, and thus there will be no need for our people to fight each other. Such naivete, princess. Words of one too used to walk in gilded hallways and splendid dresses, followed by dozens of handmaidens. Ifrit cannot scale that great mountain range in the east. Not even humans can survive the cold there. There are many of us. We can help you dig a tunnel. Humans, help us? And helping ourselves. There are no winners in a war like this. This is a far lesser price to pay for both of us. Our skin may be stone, but our heads are not. We must see proof to believe you. I will convince them to make a pact. As long as you vow to no longer harm humans, No, I mean the other thing. Ifrit Voidmaster hands Aleda a glowing stone. A stone of image. The Ifrit do not utilize such flashy magic as humans do, but this will serve as my eyes. Bring it to the land rich in magic that you speak of, and then speak the magic words. Aleda takes the stone of image and looks at it in silence. Would you offer us the same trust that you demand, princess? The leader of the Ifrit says. Aleda puts the stone away and looks up with a determined gaze. I come in good faith, and suspicion will not stay my hand. We will hold our armies back, for now. But there will still be Ifrit wandering in the wilderness. As with you humans, not every Ifrit is under my control. I understand. I cannot guarantee that we will not be in conflict with those wandering Ifrit. It is only temporary. Things will calm down soon. I will keep my promise. Come closer, princess. A speck of flame appears in the Ifrit's Voidmaster's palm. He gestures for Aleda to approach. Aleda extends her hand towards the fire. She looks up at the Ifrit Voidmaster and tightens her hand over the flame. The flame disappears into 1,000 glowing specks. Aleda's hand is unharmed. To hold the flame of an Ifrit's palm with your bare hand is a symbol of trust for the Ifrit. No harm will come of it if the Ifrit trusts you as well. The clasping of the flame, the Ifrit ritual of trust. The last human to hold my flame was the river goddess, but she tricked me and brought us into the bottomless abyss. I cannot speak of the distant past, nor apologize for another's deeds, but I will demonstrate with action that a new world is dawning. A new world, you say? Go, let us see what you can do. Where's this place? If it's cold, we should bring something to keep us warm. Thank you for going this far with me, Mantis. You're welcome. I have always been grateful since a long, long time ago. If it were not for you, I would never have found the courage to do this again and again. What? It's nothing. Do you remember what Elois said about the Obsidian Flame and emissaries? I knew about them. The Obsidian Flame had the power to spread his followers across the world, but it could not do so because it could not sever its connections with its emissaries. The Obsidian Flame's ability to manipulate time was its own alone, until one of its emissaries stole the power and hid it in the emissary's own blood. You may have guessed it by now, but the River Goddess was its first emissary in this world. As her descendant, I have inherited the power which people call royal blood. In the first timeline, I chose to fight the Ifrit in battle, until the death of my closest friend, until countless human and Ifrit lives had been lost, until even more terrifying creatures invaded, until death and despair was everywhere. It was only then that I realized this was exactly what the Obsidian Flame wanted. That was when I realized the truth about royal blood, and I started anew, using the power to manipulate time. I came back here to face them, but not everything that one experiences is repeated. One thought, one action is often all that it takes to change the future. Not every decision is the same in each loop. Events could potentially evolve in a completely different direction, and so each time I must start anew. In the last loop, Warzam fought to the bitter end for the Arcane Communion, and my journey ended with the first negotiation with the Ifrit. The time that I have is not infinite. With each loop, I feel my connection to the Obsidian Flame increasing, and I feel a strange power siphoning my soul. The length of time that I could go back will become shorter and shorter, and this may well be my last chance. This time. I will not let you die because of me! Aleda? Unfamiliar images flash before your eyes. They feel like memories, but where did they come from? Aleda gazes into your eyes. You seem to see countless versions of you in her eyes. I've never come this far. Everything before us is unknown to me. An adventure. Danger. Do you know? It is the abyss before us. The world darkens around you. A dark cloud passes over your head, and you realize that the skies are restless. It's going to rain, you say with a look at the sky. You feel something cold on your nose as raindrops begin to fall. Massive pearl-like drops falling thickly like an uninterrupted curtain of rain. Through the rain, you and Aleda look wordlessly at each other. Her face is wet with rain. You could not see her eyes clearly, but somehow you know that she is saying goodbye. A gust of wind blows into your face, carrying frozen raindrops. You instinctively put your hand before your face. At that instant, you know what you will see if you put your hand down, so you keep your arm up for a long, long time. The rain has stopped. She is gone. What did you see? You hear an unfamiliar voice in your eyes. You close your eyes, ignoring it. When you open your eyes again, there is no one around you. Perhaps it was all a dream. The skies are clear. You look up at the blazing sun in the sky and think back to the Black Sun, the war, the Ifrit. I know what I can do now. Alright, so now I have to make peace with all these people, and that's why I don't think I can do it in 12 days. Especially the Nasir. That was a really tough fight. That's where I decided to stop my second playthrough, because I felt that getting the character quest was the most important thing. Level 20 is the max, so he will never get more skill points. So that means that unless I give him a skill potion, or whatever you want to call it, crystal, he will not be able to get things like Earthquake. So I would have to like give him Enhanced Strength and then another one for Earthquake. However, I don't care about my allies too much for that, because they can't be with me in every fight. They can be with me in a lot of fights, and they are important. But I feel like it's probably more important that I beef up my main hero. Unfortunately, it looks like he'll never be able to get Earthquake. Again, maybe he will. Maybe he will. That's all if I give him a skill potion. I don't know. We'll leave this alone for now, because it's not that important that I get Brutal Collision. It'll just increase damage to 300. That's really not much. Okay. And we have room for one more dude. So I guess we'll go back and get another Thurian or something. Maybe another Nasir cleric. We have room for at least one more hero if we get Nasant and Zeynep. It's my sprint, and I can combine sprint and fast forwarding. Okay, so let's start peace negotiations. We'll go ahead and head towards Nasir now, just to see how well I can fare against them. So let's see how much more I need to power on. Compared to all the other enemies, I'm doing really well, obviously. It's just that the game feels like it could use a little bit more balance, because battles generally range from near impossible to cakewalk. There doesn't really seem to be a balance. You receive a letter from Nasant. Perhaps you still remember the Black Wizard whom you saved at Amaranth Town, who has saved Zeynep's life in return. The letter writes, Zeynep is almost fully recovered. She's recuperating in Naguka, but she keeps wanting to see you. I hope you're able to come soon. Zeynep is almost fully recovered. She has always been a free spirit and will likely not be willing to stay in Naguka long. Okay, we will actually just go right now. Okay, so I can now get these two, so we will go ahead. Need something? So I can actually run an errand for her, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see what she actually has. She wants me to defeat a guy named Fayez. That's S. Wow. Okay, well you belong to the D, but this is apparently Fayez, and Fayez actually has a bunch of abilities. Let's see, teleport. Duress causes terror, damage to 15,000 cubits. Grants a 50% attack bonus to all allies. I've heard. Okay, wow. This seems like a really formidable ally. Okay, I was probably gonna load, but that's probably how I get Acel. Where's that dude? Like someone probably told me I want to fight Acel, and I was like, no, I'm good. So yeah, I probably need to go find Fayez and steal her from Deeb. What about Nasant? Oh, it's you. Need something? Let me run an errand for you. I need to have this message delivered to Tarj in 40 days. He's currently around if you're heading there. You get $298 reward. Accept. So that'll add this to whatever to my list, and that's fine. We're towards the end of the game now, anyways. So let's go ahead and recruit Zeynep. Finally, we'll recruit Nasant as well. He's got 60 relationship with me just from saving him earlier, and now I have a 6-member team. If we take a look at Nasant, we might be able to raise our relationship with him. So let's see what items we have. I like to paint. No, please, there's no need to give me anything. I can give him irresistible gift. That's fine. I don't want to do that. I'll save that for much harder people to win over. Okay. Guess we're good. Let's go and start re-equipping our party. Oops, wrong button. I keep hitting that wrong button. So you still have all your stuff, which is good. I'm glad you don't lose it. Apparently you only use swords. Alright. This is two-handed, this is sword and sword. So I want her, we'll have her have leech and we'll have you do shockwave. Now let's take a look at your stats actually. View details. You primarily, I guess, have best magic attack. Let's see here. You can stun enemies. You have dark magic. So you have magic spells, but your weapon is physical attack. You would be stronger if you would just switch to a magic weapon, but whatever. What about his skills? So he's a level 20 dude. So these are all his skills, and this makes him really, really interesting to have. But only I imagine the Spiritmancer can get him. And he has a healing totem aura, so he'll be an asset to our team. In fact, I might even just give him the physical attack thing, or maybe just give it to Zeynep now that we know that she's in the party forever. Zeynep is probably not as good as Nasir. Whoops, wrong button. Because Zeynep does have one of these attribute ones. In fact, she, yeah. So since we are down here, we'll try to deal with the Thur leader first. Here's to Harj. Here's a letter. Take it. Alright, so I have 11 days to get world peace, and that's probably not going to happen. We'll try. In fact, I should double check that he's actually over here. I'm looking for Ludo Khan. Party. Talk to anybody in your team. I want to ask about something. Ludo Khan. Close to Umber Cliffs. That's completely not helpful. It could be anywhere. Generally, though, they're around their city, so it's important if you can recognize which cities these guys own. So there's Ludokan right there. So I already know what he wants me to do. He wants me to go to Zagros Mountains. What do you want? You have a ceasefire treaty in your hands. It must be signed with the Ifrit and mankind or to ever find peace and prevent yet another something. Ha! A ceasefire? Are you serious? Your gaze is fire. Looks like you aren't joking. Did you know? That one from the Nasir has ruled over Jamal City for 20 years. For 2 decades now, he's tried everything he can to rule this land. But the fact of the matter is, he can barely keep the guards standing up at the gates to Jamal City. The Sultan has sent his most trusted son to Jamal City to sort out this dispute for himself. But we all know that Jamal City is the final piece of the puzzle, and the secret heart of the Nasir. Whoever won here would ultimately attack one day. Everybody hopes to have their own spacious land and bountiful resources. Everybody wants to be a winner, to throw open those gates to Jamal City and establish a true mighty kingdom. Unless we stop the fighting, we're all doomed to die. In this brutal, cutthroat world, the weak will eventually perish. You may take the knee, even offer up your family in sacrifice, but it'll never be enough to keep you safe. Instead of just waiting for death's sweet release, why not actually try to take destiny in your own 2 hands? Is it really such a good life begging and cowering for the mercy of the rich? Young one, you are far too naive. Only through fighting can we ever take what we want, and peace. Peace will only leave the third people to keep flailing in the quagmire. I'm a selfish old man. Selfish people are short-sighted and can only see what's right before them. I am old and without children. It hasn't been easy making this far. The children of Umra are all the sons and daughters I need. I refuse to see them subjugated and forced into labor. Scram, kid. I know what you want, but there's no such thing as a free wish in this world. That which you seek will only ruin you. The third chief doesn't seem like they're messing around. Is that the only way to go? Make some more inquiries and you'll surely turn over more clues. Perhaps go and chat with the Lord Generals of the Third, or stop by the tavern of each town to put local knowledge to use. It's that waypoint. We can find him later, and we'll keep moving on. We'll come back to him later. What other quests do we have? Let's just follow up. Locate the trader, that's right. So stay with me and watch me get beat up by the Nasir Lord, and you'll see why I'm just still not strong enough. This is why I've been making such an emphasis about trying to get as powerful as possible. Poison chaos, no thanks. You have a ceasefire treaty in your hands. Peace! Points his sword at you. Who do you think you are to sue for peace with the Nasir? Oh, whatever you say, he just wants to fight you. Tell me your terms. My terms? I want to unify the land under the Nasir banner and lead the united clans against the Ifrit threat. In In case I haven't made myself clear enough, my terms are this. Subjugate all the clans under the Nasir banner, and I will lead them against a common foe. Houston wants me to conquer the other clans for him. If I do this, I will no longer be able to super peace with them. Basically, he means, like, would you conquer the world under the Nasir flag, or do you fight him? If you said, let me think about it, you end up, he just starts the conversation over. So, I challenge you. You challenge me, knowing who I am? The Nasir are powerful. We fight. Maybe there's another option here, but he pretty much just beats me up. Now, I have won before, on my first playthrough. Just gotta keep away from him. If he touches me, I'm pretty much dead. Okay, I'm stunned, so I can't. I was stunned. I was trying really hard to get away. All right, so let's try that again. Now that you've seen his power, some nerve you have to think you can negotiate with the Nasir. Well, let's try that again. And this is why I don't think I have enough time. He's the major stumbling block. I might be able to squeeze out to world peace by using everybody, but then you still have to do more main quests after this. No, I have to spend more time powering up in order to fight this guy. He's healed all the damage I've already put on him. Oh, he's got me. No. So, what if I ever were to attack him straight up? Could my army defeat his? He's got a hero with him, so he's not by himself. Yeah, so my army can beat his, and I don't know if those the same stats he has right now are the stats he has when he solos me. Like, he might be stronger when he solos me. But it looks like my army can defeat his. So we're still gonna load, but you see what I'm up against. My army is strong enough by itself to do in-game content, it looks like. I am just not strong enough. Alright, let's go and load again. Well, here's the third try. Gotta stay away from that spell. Almost.